Alright class, before we go over what figurative language is, I want to ask you, I want to show you two sentences. So here are my two sentences. We have, the football team is a sinking ship, and then my other sentence is, the football team is really bad. Which sentence is more interesting? Yeah, so we can say the football team is a sinking ship is a more interesting sentence to read than just saying the football team is really bad. The first sentence has an example of figurative language in it. We can say figurative language is language that uses words or expressions with a meaning that is different from the literal meaning. It makes the writing more interesting and vivid. So let's look at a couple different types. The first one we have is a simile, which is a comparison of two unlike things using the words like or as. And here's my example. The teacher buzzed around the classroom like a bumblebee to a flower. The next is a metaphor. It's a comparison of two unlike things without using the words like or as. And you've already seen my example, but I have the same example that I used at the beginning. This football team is a sinking ship. And then we have personification, which means giving human qualities to non-human things. And how I remember what personification means, it has the word person in it. And my example is, the thirsty grass drank the rain. Can grass really drink rainwater? No, but a human can, or a person can. So, and then my next word is a hyperbole. Hyperbole. It is not hyperbole, it is hyperbole, which is an exaggeration that cannot possibly be true. And here's my hint, think of a really hyper person. They would be dramatic. My example is, I learned to ride a bike about 1 million years ago. Can a person really learn to ride a bike 1 million years ago? No. They're being dramatic, so that's a hyperbole. Alrighty guys, so I just finished passing out this paper to you, and we all have our highlighters. We are going through the song Firework by Katy Perry, and we're going to see if there's any figurative language that we can find in the text. So I want you to follow along, highlight or underline what I underline and highlight on the board. Okay, so now let's start at the top. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? What's the saying in that sentence? What is it comparing us to? Yeah, a plastic bag. Does it use the word like or as? Yeah, it uses the word like. So we can say, what type of figurative language is this? Is it a simile, a metaphor, personification, or a hyperbole? Yeah, it's a simile. We have went through this whole song together. I want you to do the exact same thing with the new papers I just gave out to you. You're gonna go through the songs in your groups. You're gonna stay in your groups, and you're gonna work together to do the exact same thing that I did on the board. I want you to either underline or highlight the figurative language, and I want you to write out on the sides, just like how I did, what type of figurative language it is. There might be multiple types. There might just be one all the way down the line. So I want you to underline or highlight and then write what type it is on the side. Alrighty guys, y'all have done a great job today working in your groups and highlighting the different examples of figurative language in your songs and then presenting it to each other in the class. Y'all have done really great today, but I want us to do one more thing. We do this all the time. I'm gonna pass out a sticky note. I want you to write your name. And I have one question that I want you to answer, or I have one more thing I want you to do before I let you go. Write your name, and I want you to write an original sentence using either a simile, a metaphor, personification, or a hyperbole. So write a sentence using one of those types of figurative language, and then I want you to label it. Maybe highlight it, you can circle it, you can underline the figurative language in the text, and make sure you write to what type of figurative language that you used. Okay, I'm gonna pass these out.